Hey, welcome to my first installment of the Cab Chronicles. I had the local NBC affiliate here in Philadelphia did a really nice story about me and my taxi cab and my music, and I guess to a certain extent my philosophy of life, which is I guess to help people as much as possible. But they did a really nice story. And if you go to my website, kevinmcquiston.com, you can click on it. I think you can also find it in the video section on my Facebook page. But they did a really nice story on me. They treated me really well. And while we were filming, I had talked to the news director about an idea that I'd been toying with, which is to do kind of a social commentary piece for them on a weekly basis about what I see from the front of the cab. I have driven a cab for about 8 years now, far longer than I ever thought I would drive a taxi. And I have to say, I still really enjoy it. I don't really answer to anybody but God and my dispatcher. And you get addicted to the autonomy. You're never broke because you always make cash every day. And it mirrors the economy pretty closely. When the economy's up, we're up. And when it's down, we're down. And you get a really good sense of what people are feeling and thinking. And I don't know, maybe cab drivers are the new bartenders. Maybe it's just me. People talk to me all day long. I guess I'm a fairly engaging person. My goal is that whoever gets in my cab feels better when they get out than when they got in. And I think that happens for the most part. I'm the most requested driver in my company with little old ladies and strippers. I drive business travelers and little old ladies and strippers and Ukrainian call girls and drunk college students. I know what CEO has a heroin problem and whose wife is gay and what her girlfriend's like. And I've had 4 different couples have sex in the back while I was driving. I've had people smoke crack. I've had people shoot up heroin while I was driving. I know where the really cool, funky, out of the way restaurants are. I know what neighborhoods to stay out of. I know so many different little shortcuts to get from here to there when there's traffic. And I'll probably give you little hints throughout the series of the Cab Chronicles for people in the Philly area how to get around those troublesome spots. I also plan on sharing some of my favorite places in Philly. This is such a great city. This was the 20th city I'd lived in when I moved here, and I've been here over 20 years now, and I probably will never leave. It's a great music town. It's a great restaurant town. It's close to everything. It's an hour to the ocean. It's an hour by train to New York, hour and a half to D.C. In 6 hours of driving time, I can be in Boston or Charlotte, North Carolina. I love Philly. So, so the story today is this is my first day back in the cab. It's Monday, the 23rd of November. It's about 10 something in the morning, and I'm in the driveway of a passenger, Michael, one of my regulars. Michael is an event planner. He's gay, has a long-term partner. Really cool guy. And I'll get a text from Michael more often than not in the morning asking if I'm available to go into the city. A lot of people will call me direct and ask if I can pick them up, especially little old ladies. I have a little old lady, Helen, who I drive on a daily basis, and you'll get to know about Helen throughout the course of this, of the Chronicles. I'm sitting here waiting for Michael, so I thought this would be a good time to do it. I've had a pretty good morning. Oh, so I'm back in the cab, actually, for the first time in a week. 1 week ago today, I had angioplasty. And had a stent put in my heart. This is the 5th stent that I've had put in. It's the 3rd stent I've had in 4 months. I had 2 of them put in 4 months ago. had a blockage, a 50% blockage in one of the arteries, and they left it because they just thought, it wasn't really hurting anything yet. And in 4 months, it went up to 85% blocked. So we're trying to figure out why. And, I'm supposed to cut out the bacon cheeseburgers and the vodka and the inappropriate women. And so far I've eliminated all three of those, I guess. I ate more fruits and veggies this past week than I had all year. But I'm really trying to clean it up. The rock and roll lifestyle has not been serving me well. Normally, my hair is colored because I hate being gray, and I'll have highlights, and I'll date women approximately half my age. And I think I kind of got a sense of my own mortality laying in that hospital bed a week ago, where I decided I haven't shaved since I went into the hospital, so I'm kind of scruffy and gray. And my hair, I got my hair cut and had all the color cut out of it. And I'm just sort of trying to embrace where I'm at in my life. So here I am, and I'm back in the cab today. And so far I've been busy this morning, which is good. It's Thanksgiving week, which is a busy travel week, so that's good too. And I enjoyed the week off. I had to cancel 2 shows this past week, one in Trenton and one in Center City, Philadelphia. And that always bums me when I have to cancel a show, but I don't think I could have played them that quickly after the surgery. I have a tendency to jump around and gyrate a lot when I perform and emote. I emote big time. I'm glad to be back in the cab, and I'm working really hard at being healthy. I went to the Philadelphia Marathon yesterday and watched people running 26.2 miles, and it kind of inspired me. I've got my running shoes on today in the cab, so I'm going to go for a walk when I get done. I'm going to try and walk a little bit in between throughout the course of the day. I'm going to ease into it. I still feel some chest discomfort and shortness of breath, but my doctor said whatever I can tolerate is okay. So I'm working at getting healthy, and I'm still my usual happy self. And throughout the course of the Cab Chronicles, I'm going to talk a little bit about Eastern philosophy and how I use it, and why I'm so darn happy all the time. So thanks for tuning in to the first installment, and hopefully you'll stick with it, and hopefully it'll get better and better, and hopefully it'll get picked up by NBC 10 here at some point in time. And thanks for caring.